welcome to Living Room Chats with Winifred. Today I'm speaking with one of my guests, Tessa, and we're talking about what it's like to be dating now in this day and age and time. And I want to find out, Tessa, how has the dating scene been for you? Are you dating? Are you going out? Are you meeting any interesting and diverse men?
There are definitely a lot of diverse men out there, and right now I've been just looking, and dealing with going to social activities to meet people.
What kind of activities?
A lot of things that my church does, and so we had a sacred service Saturday where we worked in the community, and we had a lot of different projects, and we had over 500 people from our church were participating, and even more in other countries all over the world.
Really?
And so we had an opportunity to go out and to be in the project that I was in, working with seniors in convalescent hospitals. So there were a lot of interesting men that were participating in that, and I had a very enjoyable time talking to people and meeting people, and it was a really fun day as well as a service day.
Did you meet anyone interesting?
There was definitely some people that were interesting that were in there in that group, and we'll see what happens.
I like that. Well, let's find out. What is your criteria? Excuse me, what's your criteria for meeting someone? Do you date outside your race?
Oh, definitely.
Or is there a certain age range? What is it?
Well, I've been thinking about that, and I used to not want to date anybody that was younger than me, to be honest. And yet,
why, Tessa? That's what you need.
Because I didn't want to be thought of as a cougar.
You need a good cabana boy. Why not be a cougar?
I didn't want to be a cougar. So, I was thinking, if it was young enough to be my kid, definitely not. But I think I'm looking more, at being realistic as far as and if it's not so much about the age as about the quality of the companion and the chemistry that is there between the two people. So I'm letting go of my obsession about, what the age range is as far as, if there's a connection, there's a connection. And so I'm readjusting my...
I like that. So what is the age range? Would it start at 40?
I'm like...
Or 25? No.
No, definitely not that young. Definitely, I'm not robbing the cradle. I'm definitely not robbing a cradle. But, it is going to be what it is, and I really am looking for the divine, perfect, right companion. And that's what I'm claiming in the universe, that, it's time to be able to just be open and to reevaluate, for whatever reasons, I have dated out of my race, and I was in a relationship for a long time, and that ended, and I'm, about 2 years ago, and so now, as I've healed from that relationship, yes, I'm opening myself to meeting someone new, and I am not putting limitations on that. I'm just allowing myself to be guided to the divine and perfect right companion.
And you will be. When you believe that in your heart and you see that and feel it, that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hear so many stories nowadays. I hear women are invited out by men and they'll say, look, can you pick up the tab? I mean, we're in a different time. I mean, when a man would take you out, I remember when men invited me out, they said, do not take any money out your handbag. You're with me.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, younger women are telling me men invite them out for coffee and say, let's split the bill.
And I have no problem with going Dutch.
Me either.
And at the same time, I know my mother used to say to me, she says, it's just as easy to marry a rich man as it is a poor one. And I just, and I, it would be nice to be able to have somebody that can definitely afford to be able to go out and be a proper gentleman.
Yes.
And, and I'm not at all restricting, because I'm a feminist and always have been, but at the same time, I just think there's courtesy and there's etiquette, and it feels good to be treated well and to be respected enough to be able to have somebody feel that your company is worthy
That's
of,
right.
compensation of a dinner and paying for that, and if somebody is looking for somebody like a sugar mommy, I'm not interested.
I wouldn't be either. I don't want to be anyone's sugar
mommy.
mama.
I'm definitely not the sugar mommy type.
I'm not either. I would be a kept woman before I become a sugar mama. So you've been going out to a lot of activities, and you don't go to bars or anything.
No, sometimes I do.
Or happy hour, I should say.
I do go to
I
happy
go to
hour.
happy hours.
I
Yeah.
do. I was actually at a happy hour last night at TGI Fridays, and so I do that. I do go to jazz clubs. There are more mature gentlemen at jazz clubs,
That's
and I also
true.
prefer jazz. I'm not going to be found in, a hard rock cafe and going out or something that's
Right.
playing discotheque or rap, as those are genres of music that I
You
don't quite vibe to.
No, I don't either.
So,
the jazz scene and the happy hours.
Yeah, I like a glass of wine, and having a glass of wine or two is fine, and and that's I'm not a heavy drinker, but I'm also looking not to meet a heavy drinker.
Really. That's
know.
another criteria. No alcoholics,
Yeah, no,
no
definitely
drug
not very-
users, and no
No.
smokers, right?
Right, absolutely. Definitely. I am allergic to tobacco smoke, so that is something that would be a criteria that would be, a deal breaker.
Tell me, Tessa, what has been one of your most interesting boyfriends as far as occupations?
Well, I had a gentleman that was in the lighting industry. He worked in the entertainment business, and he was a lighting guy.
I bet he kept you lit up all the time. I
Yes,
bet
he did. Yes, he did.
How was he?
He was awesome.
How long did that relationship last?
11 years.
Oh, you stayed with him a long time. Wow. He kept you going, and you were on fire every day, Tessa.
Whenever we got together, yeah. There's no problem in that area.
Was he younger?
No,
about
actually,
your
he was a
age?
few years older, but he was in
nice.
great shape. And,
Great.
lifting those heavy lights all the time and putting them up kept him very good shape, yeah. Good muscles, yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So right now you're about to embark upon looking. You met some people, you said, and they might develop into some kind of relationships. So.
Well, I'm exploring. I'm exploring, going out and being open to new opportunities.
Right.
And so, I am not limiting myself. I'm not looking at one particular way of dating. I'm not looking at one particular type of person.
Right.
I am open to divine guidance and however that unfolds. So, it's an interesting time, and being, someone that is more mature, it's a different world out there,
It
and
really is.
obviously I want somebody, who's still got it going on.
What does he gotta have, Tessa?
Well,
If he's retired,
he's gotta have
he
a
has to be
pulse.
comfortable.
He's gotta have a pulse. I don't want anybody in a wheelchair. Okay.
Or walker or
Walker,
wheelchair.
yeah.
That's
No,
not gonna cut it, is
that's
it?
not gonna cut it.
No.
So I'm looking for somebody who's vibrant, who's alive, who's energetic, who's funny, who's got a sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
That's
definitely important to have a sense of humor. And you want somebody, you know, who still, you know, knows how to make it work in the private, intimate moments. So
Yes.
that's you know, so that's certainly a criteria. And that, you know, is not.
Well, what if he's on Viagra? Will you go with that? Your bright red top would be.
Bright red top is probably matching my bright red cheeks right now. Whatever's gonna work, you know. The person I was with didn't have to use that, so you know it's nice when they can still.
Natural.
It's natural, but obviously, if it's gonna make it work, that's all that's important. That you be able to have it going, you know. So someone who's, you know, and I'm obviously not looking for somebody who's had prostate surgery, you know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously that's going to make it a problem.
Oh yes.
You know, so I feel bad for those people, but I'm not looking for somebody like that.
I think you should get a T-shirt and put up on the T-shirt, not looking for anyone with a walker or wheelchair. I'm not a mattress, but I am looking to date a nice man. And someone who's active, can move around, take a nice woman out like you.
Hot to trot.
Hot to trot,
yeah.
yes.
But at the same time, you know, looking at, you know, doing fun activities together too.
What kind of things you like to do? I know you said you like happy hours, social activities. What kind of, any sports or any other hobbies you have?
I like going to Laker games. I'm very much
a
a Laker
girl.
fan. Yeah, I'm definitely a Laker girl. So I enjoy going to that. You know, the Olympics. I heard that,
Olympics
you know.
are fabulous. Tennis. I like live sports myself.
I like live sports games, and I wouldn't mind going to a soccer game, but I've never been. But pretty much the only games that I have been is basketball. Baseball, sorry to say, folks, puts me to sleep. So if
It's
you want to keep me awake, you better not take me there. You know, so I don't think I'd be much of a fun date if I'm crashing on your head. You know, like.
That's
out.
right.
But other than that, I'm good, and I like to go to jazz clubs. I love to go to the live theater. Concerts, ballets.
Ballets are wonderful.
You know, so those types of things. I enjoy sailing. I love going whale watching. And actually, you know, I was studying the other day at the library, and I got to see, it was in Manhattan Beach, and I got to see some whales and dolphins, and I didn't even have to pay $20 for the ticket to go
Must
out.
have been beautiful.
It was fabulous, beautiful. You know, just looking at them, you know, I saw this bout. So this is definitely the time in Southern California for the whales to be migrating. So, you know, you get an opportunity. I couldn't really see from that distance whether it was a blue whale or a gray whale or what kind of whale, but I saw his, you know, spigot spouting off.
So you would have to find a man who's diverse, who would be interested in some of those things that you like doing.
And I would love to travel, but and
where do you want to go?
The thing is, I need someone that's going to be willing to be able to pick up the tab for the travels.
You hear that, man?
That was one of the issues with my last person. That
Really?
he didn't. He loved to travel, but he was not looking to take anybody with him, and so that got to be. You know, after 11 years, I finally said, you know, this isn't happening, not even for a weekend. So, you know, sometimes people, you know, have what, you know.
It's good to get someone you want to travel with, because I want to go to Italy next year. Where would you be your
Oh,
first?
I loved Italy. Italy
Where
was
did
beautiful.
you go?
When I went to Italy, I went to Florence, I went to Rome, I went to Capri, gorgeous island, Capri, and Pisa.
Pisa, I heard of. How were the
And
people?
Venice, and I went on the canals. It was beautiful.
Oh God, I could visualize it.
Yeah, Florence was fabulous.
Did you go with a group or?
Yeah, when I
tour?
was actually, I did. I went on a tour when I was 18 years old.
Oh, okay.
So it's been many years.
So you need a new trip.
I need a
Tessa,
new trip.
we need to go together next year. I'm learning how to say to men, I'm learning all the languages. Take me to dinner, buy me gifts, or you're a good lover. And if not, don't call my number.
I like that.
I'm learning that in French, Italian. I'm learning all the languages to all the countries with the Rosetta Stone. And if
Well,
not,
had somebody in Capri that followed me into a elevator from the beach.
Really? Did you take him up on it?
Well, he didn't want to let me out of the elevator, which was a
Italian?
problem. Yeah, he was Italian, didn't speak English, and was like, and I had to kind of look at my leg and point to my leg and his private part and saying, this foot's going to be there in a second if you don't get out of the way.
He understood.
He understood that, and he kind of stepped aside, so I got out of the elevator. You know, so, you know, sometimes, as tempting as it was, because he was really cute back then, but I was...
And you were by yourself in the elevator? You weren't with a tour group?
No, I was with a tour, but I was alone in the elevator going back to the room.
Really?
And
Wow.
I don't know, we had 4 to a room of girls, so I didn't have...
Oh, because you were 18.
Yeah, I was 18, yeah. I was the oldest teen on a teen tour, so...
Oh, wow. Well, I think it's time for us to go to Italy next year, Tessa.
Italy, France, I would love to go back to Paris.
I want to go to Paris, too, and I want to go to London to have the high tea service.
London?
How was London?
I went to London, and they were very friendly in London.
Really?
The food back then was terrible, but I do not know if it's improved over the years, since it's been that many years. I definitely am not going to be one to stick to British food, because apparently they believe in seasoning at the table, and it's opposed to cooking with seasoning. And I like spicy foods.
Oh,
and they're very
interesting.
bland.
Their concept is very different.
Bland.
Oh,
So
wow.
very friendly, beautiful, Buckingham Palace. It was, very friendly country. So I love that
glad
about
to
it.
hear that.
Yeah. But I lost weight when I was there. I was eating tea and crumpets. That was the only thing I could eat.
I love it. I love crumpets and petit fours and all
Yeah.
that.
That was about the only thing that there was, that there was good to eat. They do believe in putting sugar in their
Tea.
in their desserts.
Oh, they put a lot of sugar, because I don't eat a lot of sugar. I gave that up.
Not a lot, but they did put sugar,
Oh,
and
okay.
it wasn't like they made you put the sugar on after. They believe that in the meats and the chickens, they don't cook with anything, but
That's amazing.
Yes,
They
that
have a
was very
different kind. I don't
sad.
want, that doesn't resonate with me.
Yeah, fried fish,
I love I
fish
would
and
like,
chips.
that's my favorite dish.
Yeah, fish and chips, yeah. So, but you want seasoned,
Right.
Anyway,
That sounds wonderful. Well, it's time for a trip.
it's time for a
And
trip.
I think you
definitely.
would meet someone really interesting and diverse. So for people to be able to travel, they have to be in a very good financial situation.
Well, I'm
really.
planning on retiring soon, so that's
Is
something
it
that...
anytime this year?
No, I'm thinking like the end of June of next year.
Good.
So
You thought
that's-
about it, okay.
Yep, thinking about it for sure, and wanting to be able to go on some trips once I retire.
Retire.
So that's, that I'll have more time then. I don't have to worry about getting back, having a 2-week vacation.
That's right.
You
You can
know.
have a 3 to 6 week vacation like
Yeah.
the Europeans where they travel 6 weeks.
Oh, like my ex goes for 6 months around the world, which I would love to have that kind of money,
Oh.
but people in the, he saved and paid into that,
That's a fabulous way.
yeah, so he's able to go for that long.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's been around the world many times. That's nice.
I would like that. Well, you're going to be doing a lot of great things, Tessa. And I want to hear
God
about
willing,
you.
God willing, I'm ready.
You're
And
ready, I
as long
can
as the
tell.
physical, the body holds up, I'm good to go.
And you're going to keep it going and stay active and healthy, and so you can meet the kind of people you want. You attract what you want.
Absolutely.
And staying active and networking, you don't know who you're going to run across.
That's true. And that's what there's different activities. My church does have a lot of different activities that they have. There's always something going on, so there's always opportunity to meet, and they have a singles group, so I go to some of their events, and they're having a yacht party in November.
Oh, I want to go.
It's fun. I went
A
last
yacht
year.
party.
Yeah, that was really fun. Yeah, so
I
we
wanna
cruised
go.
around Marina del Rey, and
Really?
it was just a local cruise, but we danced the night away, and it was just so much fun
I would like that.
with people who are fun and spiritual, and that's kind of what I'm looking at.
I like that. So some of the criterias would be someone who's spiritual. Anything else? If he's retired, he has to be comfortable.
Yes, comfortably retired.
Okay,
Comfortably.
and race doesn't matter.
Mm-mm. No, it's the quality of the person, not the color of their skin.
Exactly. That's right. I like that. I like that, Tessa. Well, you're watching Living Room Chats with Winifred, and I'm talking to Tessa about dating, and she's available. Did you know that? She's available, and she's a nice-looking
You can
woman.
find me on Facebook.
And find her on Facebook, and give her some hits, guys. But she is available, and she's talking about the criteria and what she's looking for in a relationship out there, because she would like to maybe one day be with a serious companion, right?
And they have to
Tessa?
live close in the area,
How
I'm
close,
like,
Tessa?
I'm not,
Next door?
well, that's nice, but I mean, I'm not looking to meet somebody that's, in another state or another, long distance relationships don't work, or another
No,
country.
they don't.
I've had people who have contacted me on Facebook from, one was living on some island, off the British, coast.
Really?
And didn't want to give me specifics, but then I, was on an oil rig, so, I'm like,
That's not going to cut it. It's not going to work. It's not going to cut it.
Yeah, I'm not looking for that. So, I'm willing to be a friend with somebody, but I'm not willing to be in a relationship. And when you start talking romantic and what you're looking for with a person, and you're not even available to date me, and you're in another state, I'm not looking to pay for you to relocate to California.
I'm not.
As I said.
Well,
So-
you know what, Tessa? I think it's better to date a man our own age, because this way, as my beauty fades, so will his eyesight. So it'll be, so it's
I
good to
want them
date
to
them.
be available, and to be able
Available.
to have the time to be able to go
Without
out
clothes.
and and people that are not just looking at appearance, and somebody
Right.
that has to be a pencil in order for them to date somebody.
That's a good point. That's so true.
The other person that I was with didn't mind somebody that had meat on their bones. So,
I like that. He had an open, everyone's not a pencil or a size 2.
size 0.
0,
Mhm. My son was into that. No, I'm not.
Thank goodness, you just want someone, like you said, healthy, and someone active, knowing that you have to be a caregiver too.
That's
Thank you
right.
so much for watching the lovely show, Living Room Chats with Winifred. I hope you enjoyed it. And I like to thank Tessa, and she talked about her experience and what she's looking for and her criteria in meeting an exciting man out here in Los Angeles. By the way, you can't live too far away. She wants you to live close by.
In Los Angeles.
She doesn't want any long distance relationships or foreign countries. It doesn't work, okay? So
you Los
continue.
Angeles single men out there, yeah.
Single men in Los Angeles out there. And make sure you don't have a walker or a wheelchair you can get around. She can't be a caregiver, okay? Thank you so much for watching Living Room Chats with Winifred, and continue to watch the lovely show in Los Angeles.